Boy, it wasn't real hopeful. It got pretty dark pretty quick. They wanted to just basically give me some drugs, some Lupron, ADT. Felt like they were just gonna pat me on the back of the head and send me home. So I started digging in and started looking at things on the internet. I've never met a team of medical professionals that have ever treated me anything close to this. Their care and their consideration for humans is what's most incredible about Immunocine. I could feel some changes in my body. I could tell the change. I could tell things were working. Something was changing in me. My prostate is clear of cancer. My bladder is clear of cancer. And I got to have my freedom of life back again. It was a complete surprise. I had no symptoms. Started out, literally, God put his hand on my chest and said, you need to go get a PSA and get some blood work done, out of the blue. And I was getting ready to take off and go to Canada. I had no symptoms whatsoever. I weighed about 206 pounds. I felt great, very active. Long story short, my PSA level was high, so a urologist from Kaiser got a hold of me and said, hey, look, we want to take a look at what's going on, maybe do some blood work. They did a biopsy, did a physical examination, and then they started ordering tests. Then I was finally diagnosed in about August of last year with stage 4 metastatic prostate cancer to the bones. It was extremely traumatic. There's probably not a person that loves life as much as I do. You know, I reached out to my wife and reached out to the Lord, and then I just started searching, kind of frantically looking for anything I could possibly do to start understanding about my cancer, about the journey I was being faced with, and boy, it wasn't real hopeful. It got pretty dark pretty quick. Meeting with my oncologist from Kaiser really left me in a bad place. It just didn't give me a lot of hope. They wanted to just basically give me some drugs, some Lupron, ADT, and it felt like they were just gonna pat me on the back of the head and send me home. So I started digging in and started looking at things on the internet. I pursued different alternative treatments. I started with Naisha Winters and looking at her metabolic approach to cancer and started the ketogenic diet. It made sense how sugar and our lifestyles impact us, and it just made a lot more sense than trying to just throw some drugs at it and hope to prolong some things. I've got a naturopath down in Salem, Oregon. She had gotten a hold of Naisha and said, hey, I've got this young man, call myself young at 60, but he's really focused on trying to find alternative treatments. So Naisha said, hey, I've got a gentleman that's working for us that's been through a program down in Mexico, and I think they need to talk. I think my first call was to Nicole. And so Nicole was just warm and inviting and said, hey, Gary, we're really excited about maybe taking a look at what your whole cancer looks like, and if we can be a part of this, if we can be a part of helping you move forward in a treatment plan. It's a bit nerve-wracking because you get hopeful coming to Immunocine, so when you're on the airplane, it's exciting and you're going, man, I got accepted, I get to go down there. The thing is once you get here, it's like, wow, this is really happening. And then you get a little bit hesitant, you're like, oh boy, I hope this works. So we get here, and not only am I met with people that care about me, but I met with multiple people that want to be involved, that want to know the prognosis, or explain every step to me, what's going to take place, what's next, what to expect. And, I mean, I've never even experienced that in the medical field. I took off 2 days after I'd gotten my first shot, went to Walmart, and I could hardly walk over the overpass cross to get back to the other side of the highway. I was wiped out. The second shot wasn't near as bad. I was able to do a little bit, go out and do some things, and it cleared up 3 or 4 days afterwards. The third one was actually not too bad at all. I could feel some changes in my body. That was what was interesting. Through the treatment, those 3 different injections, I could tell the change. I could tell things were working. Something was changing in me. You know, this whole journey of cancer, you're living your life by test results. that is difficult. In fact, it causes such anxiety for me that it's sometimes debilitating. But getting home and seeing my numbers change, going home and seeing that my white blood cells went down because things were working, and that things were starting to recover and come back up, and that markers were changing, and the fact that I could go back to Canada and I could spend a couple months literally swinging a 16-pound sledgehammer, driving pins in for a new float that we have on water to build a cabin is incredible. I got to have my freedom of life back again. There were a couple times in Canada that I stopped. I remember I was collecting logs to build my float out of my little tinner, and I stopped and thought, life doesn't get any better than this. Well, I've been able to share this story with multiple people. In fact, unfortunately, one of them is my sister. So she might become a patient of Immunocine. So it's been really impactful. I've been able to share with people back east in the Midwest, some people in Texas, a gentleman's got prostate cancer. I mean, you start looking at the testimonies of these people that have been through your program that has seen significant impacts on their disease, complete alterations, changes, a different direction, and there's hope. There's hope where there was no hope. You know, for anybody that's gonna look at this video or look at this interview, you've already made the first step in the right direction. Don't hesitate to move forward. Don't hesitate to ask questions because it's a game changer.